Welcome in to Michigan Cream and Sugar. Come get some homemade from scratch, locally sourced ice cream today.
All right. That's so beautiful.
Right.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. This is Gina from United We Go. And obviously, you can see me today. I'm not in our United We Go office. And if you can recognize, see the Michigan Sugar behind me, right? I am at a Michigan Cream and Sugar, Uptown Bay City, right here. And the reason why here is because we are going to do a Scoop Forward fundraising event. However, I always curious about ice creaming, and also when I shared the idea of to do a podcast, and the general manager Tim, right?
Yep.
He's the general manager Tim. That he said that it would be great, but he will not be here today. So today I have two special guests, and they are fairly young, which I'm very, very proud of them. And after my brief conversation with them, I think this episode is going to bring you a lot of their perspective of working in Michigan Cream and Sugar, and also fun thing about them, because I didn't know they know each other ever since they were babies. So that's a lot of fun facts in this podcast, or the video, or the audio you're going to listen or watch. So, but let me turn to mic to Mackenzie and Avree, right? So start with Mackenzie. Do you want to say something to our audience?
Hi, I'm Mackenzie DeCourty. I am 19 years old, and I am the store manager for our Saginaw location at Michigan Cream and Sugar.
And also, Avree.
I'm Avree Savage. I'm 20 years old, and I'm the dairy plant manager for ice cream production here in Bay City and in Saginaw.
Just a side note that when we start recording, we do testing. So Avree sent something. So I'm going to make sure put it in the intro for you guys.
Yeah.
So definitely. So
You've already heard it by
you
now.
already heard it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
great.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is let's do some like general questions, because I feel like people have a lot of questions about Michigan Cream and Sugar, and you guys obviously had a second location, right? In
Right.
Saginaw. From when?
January of this year. We opened in March.
You opened in March, January. Yeah. So you guys already have two stores here in the Great Lakes Bay region. So who would like to tell us a little bit about how Michigan Cream and Sugar started?
Do you want me to go for
Yeah,
this
you
one?
can start.
Okay.
Okay.
So we started as a little bit of like an idea, passion project kind of thing in the back of Horizons Conference Center. That's our partner business, our parent business. That's what we came out of, is Horizons. We partnered with Michigan Pioneer Sugar. That's where the Michigan Cream and Sugar kind of came in. Pioneer Sugar wanted their own ice cream shop, and there was somebody at Horizons who was really into it, really passionate about like the way that milk homogenizes and stuff, and making lactose.
Yes.
So he just took it upon himself. They got him a little ice cream machine, and he would like, I think it was a couple of years at least, he would like run around with little ice cream samples. Here, try this, try that. And then our owner just partnered with Michigan Sugar and was like, guys, let's make an ice cream shop. Then when they started making Uptown, they needed a nice little fancy ice cream shop. So Michigan Cream and Sugar.
Awesome. Do you have anything to add into it, like Mackenzie, for this part?
No, I don't actually.
And who work here longer? By
Avery
the way?
works here longer.
So that's the probably
Yeah,
you
that
know a
was
bit more.
like 2018, 2019 when the
2018.
idea. We
Okay.
opened in 2019, and then unfortunately had to shut down for a little bit due to COVID. And then we were doing like the Facebook orders, all the kinds of things. Then we opened back up and had to close back down because of COVID. Then we opened back up, I want to say, when all that COVID stuff was done, late 2022, early 2023. And we've been full throttle open since.
Okay, great. So the next question is actually for both of you. So I already know you started working here earlier
Right.
than Mackenzie. So tell us a little bit. You can go first if you want. Tell us a little bit, like how did you get into it? Seems like you started probably around 2022.
Yes. in May.
So yeah, tell us a little bit how did you start working here?
I started as just a little scooper. I'm a little bit older than her, so like she wasn't even legally
by
old
what?
enough. By like a year and a couple of months, by not a lot. But I started right when I was freshly 17, maybe late 16, through a friend. She just like was like, "Hey, I work here. It's so much fun. It's a little ice cream job. Like, you're 16, get you a job." So I started working here. I worked a full season up front, like just scooping. And then the next year I came back, I was 18, so they wanted to make me like a shift lead. Somebody who's over 18 can count cash and like do the schedules and kind of be in charge a little bit. So I did that for like half a season, and then it was only Tim and a couple other like stragglers like making ice cream. So Tim just took a chance on me one day after school and was like, "Hey, like make some ice cream." So
There's a backstory there, but
Yeah.
we will get into that. Okay, so Mackenzie, tell us how did you get into here?
So I actually started when I was 17 years old. I was a senior in high school. I started January of 2024. My best friend Avree actually worked here. She was a dairy plant manager, so she gave me the opportunity to hire me. And I actually started in the production area. So for about a year and a couple months, so like the very first season I started working here, I was just in the back making ice cream with Avree. For a while, it was just me and her making all of our ice cream. And then once Saginaw opened, I was given the opportunity to become the store manager over there.
Cool. I do have some questions prepared for both of you since you guys both make ice cream. I think
Right,
that would be a
right.
great question for you guys. Okay. So the next question for you guys, how about let's ask that question. What's your all-time favorite ice cream flavor? Oh my goodness, that question is a little bit. How about Mackenzie, you start first?
So my favorite is
Yeah.
our Dairy Farmer's Delight. It's a vanilla custard base. It has dulce de leche swirl, which is kind of like a thick, like whipped cream caramel almost. And then
Okay.
we make homemade chocolate caramel bark pieces that we put into it, and it's absolutely delicious. It's my top flavor.
It sounds very.
Bestseller.
That's
Right.
very delicious.
And how about you?
So I would say out of the core flavors, Dairy Farmers is also my favorite. But out of like the limited editions, we have our raspberry macaron right now. That is my favorite. It's got raspberry macaron, like it's got raspberry compo in the base. It's
Okay,
got vanilla
yes.
macaron.
That's probably my favorite because I like
And then-
anything berry.
white chocolate in it as well. It's so good.
Okay, so since we talk about ice cream, let's ask a little bit more of ice cream things. Okay, so I don't know who's gonna answer this question. So, how you test those new recipe before you will launch it? Because how would you know that one gonna sell? What if that one stay there, nobody gonna like it? You know,
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Who wanna go start first for this one?
You want me to go? Okay. So with test batches, we usually try to stay tried and true, like what we've always done. It works. We always are going to do it. But with test batches, we either sometimes we'll do like a poll on Facebook, or we'll just, it's kind of not the best way to go about things, but we'll learn our lesson. If we make a flavor, it doesn't really sell, and we're left with 25 pans of it at the end of the year. Fortunately, we have like different places who we can donate to, like Hidden Harvest and the Good Samaritan Mission. They'll take our ice cream for free.
Oh,
But yeah, we'll learn our lesson. If something doesn't sell, then we'll know either not to make it again, or if people are really asking for it, only make like a little amount of it, not pull it into full production like we do everything else.
okay, that's good to know. And Mackenzie, anything you want to add into, because you're a store manager, you probably know, you will
Right.
be the person at the front line. You know, hey, ever there are two kinds here is not moving
Right.
in the last couple of weeks, right?
Right. So usually, since we do make like a lot of flavors, like usually there's like enough to like swap out a flavor that isn't selling well. Usually production's like pretty good on like coming out with new flavors like every couple weeks or every couple
weeks.
months.
Okay.
So like if there's like a flavor in the case that's not selling and there's a new flavor that's coming out, we'll just like swap it out, and then we'll keep that flavor off to the side so people can still like order it and scoop it. It's just not in our ice cream case.
Okay, great. So the next question is, people, I think I'm not sure whether you guys brought up or our Facebook friends, bring this up, is like, what are some things you wish customer knew or understand better? Because you think ice cream is so simple. Actually, it's more complicated than normal people, right? Think so. What are some
Right.
misunderstanding that you guys want to clarify?
One thing that I wish people knew is how long it actually takes for us to make the ice cream. If we run out of a flavor, it's usually a 3-day process.
Ooh, that's
So
a good
it
one.
starts with powders and then cooking it and then freezing it, and it usually takes about 3 days. So just like having more of like a understanding of like how long it actually takes us to make our ice cream, because it's all
Okay.
homemade from scratch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Avery, you want to add something?
Yeah, touching on what she said, it's very labor intensive. Okay, we're picking up like 20 to 50 pound boxes and buckets, and it takes days. It takes hours. We could have the mix-ins ready in the bakery, but we could be missing a powder that we're still waiting on a shipment for to not be able to make the ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
there one question I want to ask you guys because that's tied up with the next question that they all related. I think last time when I came here, right, we had a little bit conversation. You guys shared with me about like a long shift of making ice cream. How many hours?
Right.
Do you remember that part? Can you just
The 24-hour
Yes.
ice cream.
yes?
Yes.
So how that works?
So basically, we had about like 3 shift changes within a day. So our baker and then a morning production person would come in at 7 in the morning.
Okay.
And then Avery would come in around like 2 or 3,
Yeah.
whenever she would come in. And then I would come in around like 10 p.m. and I would be there till around like 5 or 6 in the morning. So we were, because there's such a small space back there, it wasn't able for like all of us to be there at the same time.
Okay. The
And-
reason you do 24 hours is because
Right.
the space is small. That's
Right.
why you guys have to different shift to.
We had a
make sure-
higher demand of ice cream
Okay.
too at the time.
Okay. So that then I think ask this question is better after I understand this. So of course, you being here working for over 3 years, right? You're a little bit a year and a half, almost a year and a half. So, what is what keeps you passionate about working at ice cream shop? I feel like a lot of ice cream shop turnover is pretty high, right? You guys know. I mean,
Right.
so share with us, like, just speak for you guys because Tim is not here. Otherwise, I'm gonna ask him.
Right.
What's your secret to keeping your employees with you, right? So share us a little bit. Who want to go first? This one.
I definitely think something that like keeps our employees here is that we don't just treat them as our employees. We treat them as people first.
Yeah.
We've built like a little family over there with all of our employees. We have a great, strong, hardworking team. And one thing that really helps is everyone is proud of what they're scooping. Everyone like knows how long it takes for us to make the ice cream, and everyone's really proud of the products that we make. So that's definitely a big part of it.
How many people together for the whole ice cream shop right now? How many people working?
30 to 40.
Yeah, 30
Really?
to 40 right now.
In
Busy
Saginaw.
season.
In Saginaw especially.
Yeah.
Bay City's a little different because they're only managing scoopers over here. But in Saginaw, we have a bakery, a dairy plant, and service. So there's a lot more employees over in Saginaw.
Wow, that's a big team. So, is there anything you want to add on regarding to this question?
I mean, what keeps me around, I
Yeah.
feel like day to day, is the amount of like surface area of the world I get to see through this job. I'm set up. I have a great start to be an entrepreneur with this job I have at Michigan Cream and Sugar.
Okay. So you know what? Actually, now for the next part, first of all, thank you guys, for this part because I kind of want to give you guys a little bit, where they come from and what kind of general idea about Michigan Cream Sugar because I think that's a certain question we can hit both of you guys, right?
Right.
So, and then for the next part, I think I'm going to turn to each of you. So since Avery, we're talking about, I think that's the question I want to dig into is what changed your life about, right? The certain things about your position because you didn't start as plant manager. Actually, you were engaging with customers, and I want to go there first, and I'm gonna circle back to Mackenzie, and we're gonna do some fire up questions, see how much they know each other.
Ooh,
Okay.
Fun.
Okay. So, are you ready, Avery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long you been the plant manager?
I'd say
for-
since March 2024.
So shortly after
I was hired.
Sure.
yeah.
Kenzie
Yes.
is on board that you become the plant, the dairy plant manager. So I think these questions actually just come from me now because the story you tell us. So will you share us a little bit of the story that you shared with me that when you were a scooper, right? You are like engaging with customer, and this will tie a little bit with Tim, right? The general
Right.
manager,
Yeah.
how he actually moved you from one position to different position to really see what you could do. Can you tell us that story a little bit? And I think people will understand better.
Yeah. So I was scooping ice cream regular for a full season, and then I came back the next year, ready to be a shift lead, do whatever. Tim loved my perseverance and my personality and how I would like treat the customers and be so into everything. I was actually like gonna be chosen to be the store manager if I wasn't gonna go make ice cream. So I've been having trouble like talking to customers. I was just kind of like in a dump, maybe. Like, I don't know. I was just having like, not the. I'm gonna go blow my nose really quick. Okay. I'll totally be right back and finish this.
Okay, so how about I come back for a question for Kenzie here, since everybody have some emergency here. How do customer treat you on a day-to-day basis? Because she was talking about
Right.
engaging with customer. So what do your experience with with customer?
Personally, I have yet to experience like a really bad experience with a customer. Most of our customers are very friendly, and I think it is part to do with like our attitude towards them. Like, as soon as you walk in the door, we're greeting with you hello, like asking how your day was. And most of our customers are pretty friendly. Um I'm trying to think if there was any time I had any issues with anything.
Disgruntled.
The only thing I could think is just like if we don't have a flavor like in stock, or like if we're sold out of a flavor,
People part this
sometimes it makes them very disappointed. Or if they try a flavor and they don't like it, they can be disappointed. And since we don't do artificial flavors or dyes at our shop, we don't have like Superman or Blue Moon, so sometimes like kids are disappointed by that as well.
Yes, I remember that's a bad story about a Superman Blue Moon. My older daughter, I remember she's probably 4 or 5 years old, had a I didn't know what she had until she puked middle of the night.
God.
So I asked
It was
her,
ice cream though?
Yeah, it was ice
Wow.
cream. It was probably Blue Moon Superman, like a.
Was it blue?
It's blue.
Wow.
It's middle of night, like midnight, and then she came to my room and said, "Mommy, something happened." I'm like, I saw she peed in bed, right? Well, the kids, right?
Yeah.
And I went there. It's just all the blue things. I was like, okay, how much ice cream you had? Because sometimes they come back from grandma's, will not tell you
Right.
what they had, right? Until later find out. So I'm like, I'm glad it doesn't know. Okay, let's come back to Avery here, right? So I want to finish that story about customer service, how you transfer
Right.
from the front engaging with customer scooper to plant manager. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it wasn't going quite as it had always been. Like I don't know like why there was even an issue this day. Like it's really out of the ordinary for me. Like I'm a great scooper. I have no problem with customer service. But it might have just been like a long day, 10 minutes before close kind of thing. And somebody had actually gotten a hold of Tim
Yeah.
and was like, hey, just wanted to let you know, like, this isn't how you're supposed to treat people. I wasn't being degrading or like being mean at all. But I don't know, it just kind of like I felt bad because that's not who I am, and it opened my eyes a little bit. And I'm like, okay, maybe like I'm just not meant for this. Maybe I need to do something on the computer or like go into maybe like a trade or something hands on like that. And when I told Tim that, he was like, Avery, like let's try to make ice cream. I don't want to lose you as an employee. I want to continue your growth. Let's see what you could do.
Yeah, that's how you transfer from being the front of engaging
being
with
a scooper
to the dairy plant. So when Tim offered you this position, what was things that you were thinking in your mind?
I mean, I was like, yeah, because what had happened is like we left at like 11 p.m. We closed up for the night after the incident happened or whatever. It was nothing big, nothing crazy. I'm just a very sensitive person. I get my feelings hurt easily.
Yes.
So after that, like it was just the next morning. Really, I went into work and he was like, "Hey, like Monday, 8 p.m. Come over." Like, or it was like 4 to 8, I think. And I came back here and he just showed me how to make ice cream, and then I was like doing it.
Okay, so next question is a little bit challenge. Okay, so I don't know what you can do it, but in my mind, can you use a few sentences or 30 seconds a minute to walk people through the process of making ice cream? Is that too challenging? I don't know.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's easy.
Doable.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Speed run, okay?
Yes.
So it starts with powders like dextrose, skim milk, sugar, stabilizer, things like that. We take that and we mix it with dairy that we order fresh from Prairie Farms and locally sourced dairy farms. And so that gets cooked. We add the powder to it at 160 degrees. Any like mix-ins like Nutella, dulce de leche, white chocolate, anything like that. And then that comes out of the machine, gets put into the fridge and cools for at least 4 hours to a day. And then that gets frozen into pans, depending on what ice cream it is. It might need to freeze for 30 minutes, come back out, get a swirl in it, like a fudge or of like caramel. And then that has to sit in the freezer overnight to then be ready to get put in the case the next day.
Cool. Okay. I didn't time you, but I think you did it around 45 seconds. So next question is like, which ice cream takes the longest, or which ice cream takes shortest, if that's the case? Because I would assume not every ice cream takes the same
Right,
amount of time,
right.
right? So yeah.
So we had kind of talked on this a little bit. I think we agreed. We didn't have it this year,
Okay.
but last year we had a couple like fall flavors partnering with Baines Apples Valley.
Mm-hmm.
We had caramel apple, which was like a buttery, like kind of cinnamony spiced custard base
Yeah.
with homemade apple pie filling, which is like we'd shave down all the apples,
Oh,
cut
man.
them all up, dice them up. We had like a cooktop this big to make it all on too. And we did that. We made a from scratch caramel that was like had their cider like apple cider into it.
Yeah.
So it had homemade oat crisp in the base. It had homemade apple pie filling in the base, and it had homemade from scratch apple cider caramel. Another one from Baines Valley is my favorite donut. Kenzie actually made this one hands-on. We'd order a bunch of donuts from Baines. We'd make the base. We'd let them sit in the base overnight. Then the next day we'd blend them up with a big immersion blender, and then we'd freeze them in the ice cream machine and put more of Baines donuts into the base when it came out frozen.
So that's probably the longest per se wise. It's like more complicated,
Yeah,
because
so-
everything have to make fresh, right?
Yeah, when things get a swirl, they have to sit for a little bit, and then we have to pull them back out of the freezer and swirl each pan individually.
Wow. Is there
For that
because
donut
you
one-
also make
Yeah.
ice cream, so is there anything that you want to just like, oh man?
So that donut flavor that she was just describing, I actually sat in the back and cut up each individual donut. Probably
were
about
frozen,
like they were
too.
frozen donuts. They were like rock solid. I probably cut about like 200 donuts for
How
that
do you hand?
flavor
Dozens.
with my hands. So
I
it was a
hope
lot of work.
I hope that they come back and say, hey,
Yeah,
you're not
Baines
today.
apples. If you guys are listening to this, we'll take some more.
Okay. All right. So next question for you is like, I think that's the longest. So is that also the hardest flavor? What is the
So
hardest
we've
flavor?
like made our own marshmallows. We make a pumpkin pie base. We toast marshmallows. We've done so many things that are so time consuming. But them
Yeah.
actually making it into an ice cream and getting put for sale is the part that doesn't really happen.
So whose ideas? Those
Tim.
ideas. Oh, okay. I thought it would be you guys.
We might
we
have
can,
like
like, go up to
ideas.
him,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's actually his idea.
He does the recipes. He went to school for it. He does the balancing. He's tried to teach us a little bit on like balancing like sugar and milk to make sure
Yeah.
it's not too hard to scoop, it doesn't freeze too soft, all that kind of thing. But like he knows everything. He knows more than us. We would need to go to Penn State to know his knowledge.
Well, shout out to Tim. Okay, here. Shout out to Tim. It's because I mean, like, who have those? Not crazy ideas. Sometimes it is crazy. Like you put a marshmallow. Like I mean, that's why I
Yeah,
thought the
making
kids.
your own marshmallow is insane.
I know it takes so long, so much time.
So long.
Okay, so that's good questions. Okay, so what is the weirdest flavor that you made, and whose idea is that? I mean, really.
So it was not my idea. I don't claim that. But I think our weirdest one would be maple bacon pancake. So it was like we used homemade
man.
like maple syrup, of course. We used the same maple syrup. I can't think of the guys, but they come and hand deliver it themselves. Super nice. So we make a custard maple base. We baked sheet pans of pancakes, a dry pancake.
I don't know.
Interesting. And then we did this all at Vinny's, by the way. We did this in this building. So I was over there at the pizzeria while they're like prepping up for service. I have like 3 sheet pans everywhere, and I've got like bacon soaked in maple syrup with the brown sugar all over, and just it was a lot of fun. But it was definitely our most odd and weirdest flavor to make. We had good feedback on it though. I was
Okay.
surprised. Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't like? I mean, a lot of kids or even adults like pancake.
Or like
Bacon,
the
right? You know what I'm
bacon,
saying?
yeah.
Maple bacon.
So I think that especially have baking ice cream, which is you never would not have bacon in the
Right.
ice cream. So I think people would definitely have interest in try it. And if the flavor is not so off, actually they taste that like the bacon and pancake. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
great. So okay, enough making ice cream. Okay,
Yeah.
so because you are in the management, both of you are in the management team, right? So the management role. So how did you feel when from scooper, which means you just need to mind your own business, right? Now, yes, you move to the plant manager, but how many people you manage, by the way?
Right now, I have like 4 to 6 full-time employees, but when it's full swing, we're in full production, I have like 6 to 10.
So will you share us a little bit about how do you feel like, because you are also when I say young, I'm not in a mean way. You are right. You are young. That from a position, from engaged customer to management. Like how easy and gracefully that you transition into, and what are some challenges and how you navigate that. I mean, the reason I ask this question is because it's a lot for the younger generation, like people in early 20s, right? When they step into the workplace, I think this is a real question: is how you because we didn't born and say, "Hey, I'm very comfortable manage," because some people have many couple siblings at home. They already a small society. They know, but for a lot of people, we all learn in the workplace, right? So we'll touch on that a little bit, and I'm gonna circle back with you. With Kenzie. Yeah.
Like you said, I'm young. I have a lot to learn, so much to learn, and I've learned
you already learned so much too.
Yeah.
So give you some credit.
Yeah,
too.
so
a
much
lot of
credit.
credits. Yeah.
But goodness. I would say I still have challenges to this day managing. I go to Tim all the time. I go to Kenzie all the time. I like that I have two great, reliable sources that I can go to. Be like, hey, so and so did this. This happened. How do I go about this? I'm very quick to emotion, quick to assumptions. I'm jumping. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to assume that like nobody knows what they're doing because nobody is me and nobody knows what they're doing like I do. You're not doing this like how I do it. Like maybe let's do it a different way. You learned this from somebody else. Like Tim taught you differently than how I do it. So it bothers me a little bit. So things like that I've been working on, but I've come a very long way. When I was Kenzie's manager, I really wasn't the best. It was just me and her kind of riding along, like, get this done, get this done, get this done, do it like this, do it like this.
Yeah.
But I can't be as comfortable with all my employees as I am with Mackenzie because Mackenzie's been like in my life my entire life. And I have a wall down with her that I don't have down with my employees. So things like that, it really helps like with social media, like getting like just texting over the phone, like, hey guys, like took a picture of like a dirty wall or something, like, hey, like, can we just clean a little better next time? It's really not that hard with the 20th century and but I'm not the best.
Nobody is better. You are the better version of your yesterday's version.
Yes.
I think that's something that we've been sharing with the community is that I'm doing the best today, but tomorrow version of me probably could do better than what I did. But if without today's version of me or yesterday version of me, I will know today and tomorrow version. And I think that's, the message we get out. So, and for the same question, I'm going to actually come back with Mackenzie is that, now you are also in the management team, role. And also before Avree was your, manager, like what, is there something you want and you share, kind of like regarding to manage people, being a leader, being a manager, like, is that something that you want to share with us too?
I definitely think me being so young and my employees just being a couple years younger than me has definitely been a huge struggle.
What's the hardest part when you manage people younger than you? Or
the respect is really hard. They don't look at me as like a boss. They look at me more as like a friend or an acquaintance, not as like they're higher up. So I ran into a lot of issues like with that specifically. And also just like coming into the role as our store manager, when I came into the role, there was no systems in place. There was not a lot of like good things happening. So then when I implemented all of these systems and all of these policies, it was a very hard transition for my employees to take charge and like understand like why I was putting these systems in place. So pretty much just like being like younger and not being like, 25 or 20 years old, So definitely that.
So for you, because so share us a little bit like how's your career path? You said you started with Scooper too.
I started in the production area.
You started
right.
So you started at a production area and then moved to the store manager, and you guys are opposite way, is it?
Yeah. So I can actually explain a little bit why I decided to switch. So I did my first season here in Bay City, just working. Me and Avery pretty much made all the ice cream, and then we made the transition in January to the Saginaw location. It really was just me and Avery and our baker. It was just us three making ice cream. And then once we started hitting our like busier seasons, like May and early June, there wasn't. It was just a lot of hours for me, and I wasn't always like meeting our expectations. There was always like long lists. And I wasn't always like getting out at like a set time. So I kind of went to Tim about like what I was like struggling with, and he just like offered me the position to be our store manager and to work in service. So it was a great opportunity, and I love what I do now.
So in the last couple months, right? You actually, because the store just opened, right? For a couple months. So what is your, take on being a store manager? Like, what are some challenges and what are something really fulfilling, being that on that position?
Some things that are challenging are, I'm gonna have to think. I'll start with things that are like good. Definitely working with the community, working with people every day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
taught me leadership skills. It's taught me how to communicate to everybody. It's taught me how to work on the fly and how to like work when I'm like feeling pressured or whatever. But some challenges I face are definitely, it's just down to like people like listening to me and like respecting me as their manager. I have like a lot of issues with that being so young.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing for me.
Well, I mean, I think we all went through or people are
Right.
going through, and those difficult moments or challenging moments is actually you can't skip it, but sometimes probably you don't want to skip it, because when you're young going through that versus you are 40
Right.
years going through that, which age would you like to, right? So it's discomfort, but it sounds like you guys have a great system. You
Yeah.
can go
Yes.
to Avery, you can go to Tim, and same. So I think you have good core team there. And I feel like being young, it is hard. Let's say when you are 20 years old, like when I was in my mid-20s, I was manager or sales manager. Like some of them, they are younger than me. They're like, who are you to come in just be my manager?
Right.
You, right? So it's kind of like almost they push you to the better version of you. So they push it. Of course they're gonna pick on you if you sloppy, if you make a mistake. Oh, it will be bigger than they make a mistake.
Right.
So I mean, that's our double swords, right?
Right.
So I think that's the challenge that probably gonna shape you guys even,
Right.
different version of yourself. So next question is, if you because you have a couple years experience, if you hire people, what are the qualities you are looking for the new hires?
So you definitely don't need to have like any prior work experience to working for us. You just need to have a willingness to learn. You got to be friendly, great customer service.
Yeah.
Hardworking, and just overall just teachable. If you're ready to learn, we'll teach you anything, and that's pretty much it. You don't
Anything.
need, literally anything.
We'll find you a job.
Nice. I will come here to part-time. Okay. So the next question is because, you guys do a lot of ICs. That's why we are here. That's why I'm here. Because, as store, I see you guys do a lot of promotion,
Right.
events with community. I think for this question, like both of you can, if you want to chime in for how you see with how important or whether it's necessary and why for the ice cream store do those community promotion moment to support a nonprofit or support other organizations, not necessarily like a nonprofit, right? It could be, but let's put it in a way is a good cause, right? Why it's so important, and then how many events or kind of you guys doing? And that's why this question is for both of you guys. Do you want to go first?
You want me to go?
Yeah.
You want me to
Okay. Ask the question again, just really quick.
Yeah,
I wasn't really thinking of what to say.
Yes, in the community, like you guys do a lot of store promoting, right? With nonprofit, like Scoop Forward, those kind of fundraising events. Why it's so important? Or when Tim told you guys, hey, this is what are we gonna do? What is your taking on for those kind of promotion events? Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm all for it, honestly. Since I was a child, I've been donating with my grandma to the Good Samaritan mission. I think it's a rescue mission. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's just local here in Bay City. And we do Hidden Harvest too. I'm not sure what other nonprofit things that we do outside of the Scoop It Forward. I know that we work with New Dimensions. I'm not sure that is a nonprofit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's our brand. It's exactly what we're looking for, locally sourced, made from scratch, just given to somebody else. Given to a donation, something fun, making a difference, doing something to be better, very, very humane actions that we like to have.
I think Avery nailed it.
All right. So then let's shoot to the next question. This is for Mackenzie. So since you can too because
Yeah.
you know
Oh, yeah.
before
guard.
you do the scooper. So give us a number at one of those your like busiest day. How many scoops that you guys like? What is the history high? I just feel like that's
how many scoops we scoop in a day?
yes, like a history high one.
We don't even have a number, which
I
is
could do some math really
crazy.
quick and figure it out.
Yes.
I bet you could.
'Cause I'm
You
just gonna
do the math, but
Yeah.
how about you take a guess and then when Avery do the math? I think this is a great.
Okay, are we going from like we're open at noon and we
Yes.
close at 10:30?
Yes.
Wow.
I think this is the hardest question to ask
I
you
feel
guys.
like anywhere between like 500 and 1,000.
Okay.
That's so big. That's so.
I don't know, like maybe
Okay.
1,000, maybe.
Okay, I don't think I'm doing my math right, guys.
Okay.
So I took the amount of money that we average in sales every day. Okay?
Yeah.
And I times it by $7. That's wrong, right? I would divide it.
Times it.
I
No,
would
you divide
divide
it
it.
by 5.
Yeah.
Divide it by 550.
You want me to do a single? Okay.
Yeah.
Because a lot. I mean, well, that's the next question.
We're
When you-
doing it right now. Oh yeah.
Okay.
We got it right.
Okay. Okay.
272 on a slow day.
Okay. So what will be the high one?
Here,
What
wait.
do you think?
Actually, I can do the math.
Yeah,
for it,
do like
'cause
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like a high day.
And when she's doing that, my question is like, what is the common scoop people usually take?
Dairy Farmer's Delight or just like the
Like normal, like because for me come
Single
here,
scoop.
I
Oh,
usually
yeah.
do mini or single because
Right,
I'm
yeah.
not. So how
or
is
the
that
single bubble cone.
single bubble cone is the more.
Yeah.
So let's do, that one would be probably a
Okay.
good because
Right.
So
like-
650?
Yeah.
750,
6.
yeah, let's do 6 because like
Yeah.
I don't know how many people do triple.
That's kind of why I wanted to do 7 to just like even it out, but I think anything would give us a good idea.
Anywhere between like it says 528 scoops.
You know what? We should count tonight.
Oh, we should.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Have a
5,
tally
6.
sheet. We need a clicker.
Oh, we need a clicker.
A clicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my ding.
Yeah.
ding.
Ding.
No, I was going to find a thing because the next part is a question for both you guys. So I want to have ding.
Oh
like
yeah, because
you know what I'm saying? Like
We
the-
could get Betty the Beat in here. We could
thing,
hit her.
because the questions you guys, I don't know who's gonna answer the questions first. But before we go in there, is there anything that you guys want to share regarding to Michigan Cream Sugar, regarding your role that I did not hit a question that you guys think it's important to, important to share with the community? Because I mean that's pretty much that what I have here. Okay, I have another question regarding to future, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, future is not set, but I feel like, you guys, I can feel the passion that you guys really love this role. I don't want to say this is a job, but I think it's something that really, the passion. I see the passion and I see you guys hardworking and good communication, good teamwork. So is there any, let's talk about future wise. Well, I mean, I don't know where the team would be love to hear that because when you talk about future, right? It's like, what you ask my employees, right? But yeah, tell a little bit about like when you see your future, what is your dream life or things like that. Let's just dreaming a little bit, not necessarily regarding to ice cream or regarding to
Right.
how what do you see yourself, or who do you see yourself like in 10 years or per se like that?
Who's going first? Rock, paper, scissors? Or?
Yeah, let's.
Me?
Okay, I think you should go first because you always have Avery go first.
I know. That's a very hard question.
We're so young.
Oh, but you always
Like-
can circle back. It's okay, so you can
Right.
share what you.
We're so young. Like,
Mhm.
I honestly hate that question. Like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Because, I changed my mind in 2 weeks.
How
what
about
I wanna do.
how about let's ask what kind of personality or quality you want to embody in the next couple years? Better.
I want to gain more confidence.
Perfect.
I definitely want to take some more, because I don't have very much training in my managerial job right now. So I definitely want to like learn more stuff about business, like maybe look into going to business school for a couple of years, getting associate's degree. But stuff like that, like I just want to grow on a professional level and grow in my life, grow my confidence, and learn how to talk to people better and more professionally, and just honestly just grow. Like that's just my biggest thing, is I don't ever want to be stuck doing the same thing.
Yes.
So just growing as a person every day.
See, you nailed
Is
it.
that good?
Yeah.
That's perfect. All right.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna go back to your first question
Yes.
because the second one was a little intertwined for me.
Yes.
But in the next 5 to 10 years, I see myself being successful. You can't cut yourself short, obviously.
Yes.
I want to use this job and all the knowledge that I gained from it to be doing this while actively in my own life setting up businesses for myself. So my dad has his own business that my grandpa started, and I would like to do something like that, not necessarily in the same like discography of things, but I definitely want to be a business owner. I want to work for myself. I don't want to be an ice cream manager forever, but I'll do it if I can also have my things on the outside making my money and building me business.
So I feel like, the reason I asked this question, I think it's very interesting is because, the succession plan. And I feel like later in your life, and when you're young, you realize, oh, you know what, like I'm the best of doing this, right? Like you almost feels like I need to be the best. But later you realize that if I can pass on my knowledge to somebody, train them to feel that position, then for life, you have a lot to experience, right? So I think for whoever the manager like Tim, it sounds like I want to do a like podcast with him. Sounds like he has a lot of wisdom and
so much. He's
like
been to school for years,
and I think he would love to see that his employee become the business owner, and which means he's also successfully transformed. Not say he when he work with you guys, not say, oh, I need to transform their life. No, like he's doing his job, like that's who he is, right? But I see that is a very powerful movement, is when I can pass on to something, to the other person, then they can step in, then allow me to experience something different is very beautiful,
right?
Okay, are you guys good on this one? Then I'm gonna go into
one more thing.
Yes.
Guys, come in and get a scoop of ice cream, okay? Michigan Cream and Sugar here in Bay City, Uptown, or Old Town Saginaw.
122 South Hamilton Street,
160 Uptown Drive.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we are not done here, so we give you guys another shout out at the end.
Perfect.
Okay, so the third part or the first part, I don't know which part we are on right now. It's called the quick and then fine fire round. Is a question designed to be a little bit shorter, so we don't have the bell here, and I don't know whether I can switch my camera fast enough, but I will do my best. Anything you want to add into?
do we want to like raise our hands or something?
I think I will go with, because we have 3 cameras here. So whoever is ready, I'm just going to turn that camera to the person. So that's why I said whether my hands is fast enough.
I'm jumping on it.
Okay.
And the reason why I do that is because who want to give a little background of whenever said that you guys know him from childhood, just give us a little bit more context there, then I can start this one.
So I'm not actually like I have known Avree for so long that I don't know the age I actually met
She's
her.
older than you.
Well,
I don't remember
It
either.
also feels like we've just known each other forever, like since we were born. I'm pretty sure we met each other at the Essexville Little League field when our brother played Little Leagues together. They were on the Hitman baseball team.
Wow, taking me back. Lumberman.
Right,
Hitman, this is
Lumberman,
crazy.
Pony League. So we definitely met there. They were on the same baseball team, and our moms became best friends.
Okay.
So actually, Avree's older brother and sister were best friends with my older brother and sister. So it was just like her brother, her sister, my sister, and then me and Avree.
Okay.
So we'd all like hang out, and our parents were best friends. So
I think that you cannot do anything, more perfect than this, right? It's just like the intertwine of each other's life. I'm actually jealous. Like I wish I had one of my bestie with me here.
my soul sister.
That's it. So sister. Okay, let's see how.
I'm excited.
This is gonna test you guys. Well, some of them you just have to point each other because question. Okay, first one. who was the messier one as a child? as a kid?
Mackenzie.
Me.
Well, you guys are too quick. Who?
We were equally as messy in Mackenzie's house. My house,
Actually-
very strict.
There was a story one time.
Oh goodness.
And Avery went up to my mother. We
Hey,
were
Judy.
very young. She went up to my mother and goes, "Can we melt butter and put it in the bathtub and slide around like we're ice skating?"
we were messy at Mackenzie's house. We were so
you
bad.
will.
We had no parental supervision.
We would
at
make
my
concoctions
house.
and feed him to her grandfather like he was our pet dog. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
So
all
much
right.
fun.
So you guys are really naughty child,
Very.
right?
No
Okay.
parental supervision.
Not naughty, just innocent, naive.
Okay. I think that's for the next question. Our next question you will need is this one. Okay, who eats more ice cream now?
I think we both equally
Yeah.
eat at least a scoop a day.
Yeah, I'm not like very big on like sweets. Like my sweet tooth has definitely like declined in the past year.
Yeah,
But like I definitely still like try all of our flavors when I come in and. But I don't know. I don't
Probably
eat a
me.
lot. Of
I'm a
ice
big
cream.
candy girl.
Yeah.
I got that sweet tooth.
okay, for this one, let's for it's for Avery, okay? All right, so the next question is who cracks more joke at work? Who cracks more jokes at work?
We have a very like odd kind of sense of humor and personality, I would say. I feel like everything we say is kind of sarcastic and joking. Like unless we're like needing to talk about something, we need to like make our point across and like you guys are doing something wrong. We're very like
I have no comments on that.
literally.
Like, would you agree?
Explain that better.
I completely
Explain better, yeah.
If someone does something wrong, like we're very much just like jokingly like sarcastic with them, like, "Oh, why did you mess that up? Like you're fired." Like, but it's very much just like all jokes. Like we're all very friendly. We
Even
don't
with the customers.
right.
I'm cracking it up.
Nothing's too serious.
Never.
So
Great, because you guys work in an ice cream shop.
Right.
Okay, seriously.
having fun's
Seriously.
a big part of working there.
Great. So the next question is like, if you could create a flavor for each other, what would that be, and why?
That is a good question. I didn't think of that.
Me neither.
I feel like Kenzie would be something bright. She would be something bright, but she would also have like a dark fudge swirl in it. You know? She'd be like I don't know, I don't want to go cha-cha cherry, but maybe like a dried strawberry chocolate covered something.
Okay,
I don't know. She
That-
gives
that's-
fruit dipped in chocolate.
I love that. What about you, Mackenzie?
Okay, Avery, she's gonna be something with nuts in it for sure. Gonna have
Love it.
nuts.
Why?
Um,
Cashews. Yeah.
I just know she
Pistachio,
loves
cashew.
nuts. She's a very big nut person.
Cool.
I'm deciding maybe like some
Yeah.
sort of like a
On the spot.
raspberry compote.
Yeah, we're just fruity girls.
or yeah, like I just like get like pink is like Avery. Like I just think of pink.
Yeah,
when I
I'd be
think
like
of her.
I'd be like a sherbet or something.
Yeah, maybe like a sorbet.
Mm.
Okay.
No, you guys, if you guys haven't
Vegan.
made that yet, it's just you can create a one for
Right?
yeah,
Yeah, we make a flavor.
and we can create a one for Tim
Right in
too.
that
You know what I'm
town.
saying? Yes.
for Tim.
We're gonna ask. Oh yeah. By the way, if we create an ice cream for Tim, what that would be? What do you guys think?
Let's see. Something cut and dry, but also like maybe gets a topping. Like he reminds me of like dairy farmers with the caramel drizzle or like Nutella hard shell on top. Like
Sweet.
he's a great guy. Everyone's gonna like him. He does his job good. He gets the point across.
So everybody
but
would like that
sometimes
flavor.
he's got a little extra pizzazz. Sometimes he likes to talk to you a little bit or like hang out or like scoop up front or something.
Okay. Is there anything you want to add?
No, that was spot on. That was great.
Okay. Then at the end of the show or the podcast, I'm gonna ask you this question for me. Okay, as end, but we're not get there yet. We still have a couple questions to go. Ever had an ice cream disaster at the work or when you guys growing up?
Many times.
Okay.
Couple.
One. Yeah, you go first.
One for me? Okay. So one night when I was working here at about like 3 in the morning, I wasn't wearing non-slip shoes, and I was walking
no.
out of our cooler with an entire 5-gallon bucket of ice cream base, and the cooler was like wet, and I slipped, and the base went all over me, all over our cooler. It was a complete disaster. And I was here by myself, so I had to like clean it up all by myself and figure out what to do.
Did you guys have a camera catch that?
No.
No.
We should. You guys should have a camera.
Oh, we
We've been
should've.
thinking about it, like time lapse.
Oh yeah, yes. Or slow mo.
Right.
Yes.
You know, the funniest video.
Yes.
Okay, so Avery, with anything that
Yeah, so actually here, ice cream disaster. Let's talk about it. Okay. So I was helping up front. This was when Tim was on maternity leave and his wife was having a baby or two. And I was working up front helping a couple new girls close, okay? There was one older adult, but she was also still a new girl, but she was a full-grown adult. So I was just like helping them or whatever for like, I'd say an hour and a half, okay? With our steam kettle, what we used to make ice cream on, it'll turn off once it heats up.
Yeah.
It'll turn off
Yeah.
to then heat back down so it doesn't burn what's in
Yes.
it. So what was in there was probably anywhere from 140 to 175 degrees. When I came back from helping them, I was like just in a rush. I was ready to like dump it out of the steam kettle, and it was a mint ice cream. We have a peppermint Phoebe that we use like a mint syrup that's made in Michigan. And I was pouring it out, and I was wearing shorts, okay? And I had poured it all down my legs and like into my socks and into my shoes, and I was freaking out, but I was okay. I didn't have any like severe burning or anything, but yeah, that was probably
That's
my
scary.
biggest one outside of like flooding the building.
Yeah.
You're
you,
fun. You're scary.
You should tell her about when you flooded the building.
So yeah,
Listen to
here in
this story.
Uptown, here in
Okay.
Uptown, okay. I was working with this lovely man, okay, and he was trying to help me. I was like stacking up in the freezer, and I hit my head on an icicle. Okay, he's like, "Oh, let me break that down for you. Let me get that. That's unsafe." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we break it down from the ceiling, and black water just starts gushing out of it, pouring out, coming from the ceiling, black, nasty water bugs, pouring into all thousands of dollars of ice cream into our cooler, flooded the entire building over to Vinny's Pizzeria, probably like this much on the floor. We had the fire department here at 9 a.m. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. I will
well-
not say his name. This was
I
my
mean,
fault.
Well, actually, I mean, he I don't even know what to say. He tried to help, but
Yeah, I think I told him to break it down. I was like on a
Mhm.
ladder, like on the top shelf, like hitting my head on the ceiling. He was like, "Watch out!" I'm like, "Well, just break it off then." But
Yeah.
hitting my head on it, and
well, he tried to help, but
He
you
grabbed the
didn't do
force
anything wrong.
breaker,
It's just something that unfortunately, that it happened.
Yeah.
But you know what? The thing is that the water need to go somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
it
probably.
was a sprinkler that we hit off the ceiling.
Oh man. Okay, that's a different story. Okay, all right. I will pass on that. I try to just say, hey, everybody did nothing wrong. But anyway, okay. The next question is, I think I want to go a little bit lighter. Any celebrities that you dream to serve? That like somebody come to the ice cream shop and you're like, oh, anybody. If
Kim
one,
Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian. If you guys come in, we've got the best protein packed ice cream you could find. Any Kardashian, any Jenner, you guys could come here, take my picture.
okay, all right. What about you, Kenzie?
Any like influencer who can like show our brand off for us and maybe like bring more people in, like
Yeah.
somebody who has like a good following on TikTok or Instagram. I think that would be really cool for them to come in and make a video with us or something. Anything that would bring more people in to come eat our ice cream is really what I would really want someone to come.
You're
in
really
and do.
professional. Everything you just think about is work,
So
right?
promotion.
Yes. Okay, next one very quick. Vanilla or chocolate?
Vanilla.
Chocolate.
Okay, I didn't even hit the camera. so-
Vanilla or chocolate for you?
Oh, you a twist kind of girl?
What do you think? She already actually made it.
I'd say vanilla.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I like vanilla.
I mean, I'm not just like I said, I don't have a sweet.
Yes.
The only time I have ice cream, I just don't like sweet stuff. That's why I go anywhere with blueberry, raspberry, the things that
Tart.
has fruits in it. I don't like chocolate itself. I will not eat it. It just the color it look already very thick, and I feel like my digestive system will not go very well with anything heavy. So I would definitely, my favorite is like a raspberry, strawberry, not strawberry actually, raspberry, blueberry, anything light.
Mixed berry, yeah.
Yeah, mixed berry, anything berry,
Perfect.
basically. Well, we figured out that. Okay. I already asked that questions. Well, to wrap this up, use 3 words to describe yourself and each other. Who wants to start this first? if you could use 3 words to describe yourself, what
I
these
can
3 words would
start.
be? Okay. It's great. I think we are doing something improving during this recording.
I am kind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm passionate. And hardworking.
Nice.
Avery, do you want me to explain her
Yes.
now? Okay.
Yeah.
I would give her bubbly,
Uh-huh.
professional, and I want to say hardworking again, but I was trying to think of a different word to give her.
Yeah. Like dedicated.
Yeah, dedicated. That's a good one.
Good.
Well organized.
Yeah.
Try my best.
Yeah.
Okay. Avery's your turn.
For me, I would say dedicated. I'm pretty rambunctious. I'm a very vivid person. I like to see the best in things, the bright colors. I want it all.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I would say that. Dedicated, rambunctious, and vivid.
Okay.
For Mackenzie, I would say, let's see. She's laid back. She's so laid back in a world of chaos. I don't even know what the words are for that, but I'm in awe of it. Her ability to be so chill is crazy. What else? She's hardworking. We're all dedicated. Working at Michigan Cream and Sugar, being this high up, you got to have a passion for it. What is another thing? Let's see. I want to say bougie. She's very bougie. Okay. She's a very bougie lady. Knows what she wants.
Thank
Nice.
you.
I have all the things here. So, is there anything you want to do? One more shout out as an end for, tell. Okay, how about you guys share both address for your stores and your, store opening
perfect.
hours and, things like that for people to come. So, you could do both, or you can do each store.
Yeah, I'll do Uptown. You want to do?
Yeah, do you know the zip code for Saginaw?
I know. I used to live in Saginaw. 48603 is where I lived
For
township,
that's
but
six.
it's. I think if you Google it, it'll probably come out as Mission Cream Sugar. But you want to start first when Kenzie is looking for the address?
Yep.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna be Michigan Cream and Sugar, 160 Uptown Drive, 48706.
Okay.
And our Saginaw location is 122 South Hamilton Street in Saginaw, Michigan, 48602.
Perfect. You see, you got it. And actually, 122 is my first house is 122
Oh.
Garden Lane in the city. So, and it's a crazy thing is when I try to search Michigan Cream and Sugar on Google, it's just bring me to the Saginaw. Like I couldn't
I believe
find
that this one is Cream and Sugar.
Okay,
or-
that's
No,
fine.
you have to look up because it's actually labeled Michigan Cream and Sugar Uptown or Michigan Cream and Sugar Old Town. So
okay.
you have to put Uptown or Old Town
'Cause
to
I've
look at the
noticed the same
specific
thing.
location.
Because this morning I was, in Midland, trying to come back, trying to find it. It's keep taking me to the Saginaw. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up of this recording, and by the time you guys see this recording, we already had our Scoop Forward, fundraising event. I want to shout out to Tim, and also is the
Nicole.
Olivia.
Yes.
Oh,
Nicole.
And Nicole, because I don't remember. So thank you, Kenzie and Avree. And see, that's something, just their names, I always mess up their names. Like they but anyway, Mackenzie and Avree, right? Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For any questions, feel free to reach out to us or reach out to Cream and Sugar if you want to have some event with them and then you want to know them better. But I really enjoyed this conversation with Avree and Mackenzie.
Thank you for having us.
Yes,
my pleasure.
It was a treat.
the treat.
Yeah.
Hope you. So today we're gonna scoop some ice cream. So we're gonna taste a lot of the. I'm gonna taste.
Oh,
all of
yeah.
it, and I will give you my favorite. Maybe I change my mind because usually I will not go with different flavors. So
Right.
maybe you're right. Vanilla, chocolate. I don't know. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the highlights from United We Go, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.